Your full set list for Crossover Breakers. Crossover Breakers is in full swing out here, and yes, you're going to have to check out Kong's cards and see if the restock has happened out here to get Ryzel and to get Malice. Now remember, discount code MCO40 is going to save you on your purchase over here, and eventually you are going to see some of that higher rarity stuff hitting, so make sure you guys check them out. I'll leave a link down below, and discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Check out Duel Daddy down below. They always make the absolute best spoiler images out here, and I love to share as much love as we can in the community, so do check them out. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can follow them on Facebook. Alright, so Crossover Breakers. Remember, this is going to be $4.49 a pack. You'll be able to pull all the bulk that you want out of packs. It is a 60 card set, and it does launch on 12/4. That's a lot with this set. Alright, so starting things off in here. Oh boy, Sword Ryzel is... I'm going to be straight up honest with you in here. If you think you are getting a cheap Ryzel deck, no, it is not going to happen. All right, especially when you're looking at Sword, Ice, EX, Duo Drive, and Detonator, all taking up ultra rare slots. Now, Sword and EX, I mean, if you're doing the splash package, you're like, hey, I want to play like the Minkanko version of the deck, sure. So we were to splash this in, you only need 3 EX, 1 Sword, and then a Detonator, and that's it. Like, that's your splash packet, We started to recently see that develop out of the OCG fairly recently, that they've started to test out the waters with that. I think it's a cool idea, sure, but if you're playing, you know, the maximum full version of the deck, well, you're going to want 3 Sword, 1 Node, 3 Ice, 3 EX. You do not play Palm. All right, they did you a favor. All right, Palm being locked in the rarity slot, it is okay. Card just is not good. And then of course you only need 2 Duo Drive, 2 Detonator, 1 plug-in, and then depending on how many cross you want to play, 1, 2, or 3. 3 has kind of fallen off a little bit. It was a cool idea. All right, I will give them some credit. And then of course Plasma Hole being completely optional. I also will tell you, Plasma Hole being a rare, it's one of those cards that is cool and techy. I do think more as the format kind of develops, we will see it kind of fall out, but we need to be patient when looking kind of how we're going to see this kind of develop. But Ryzel has already flipped out. I saw that Kong's was out of deck cores at like 400 plus. If you are looking at that core right now, it's rough. We did have 103 get a reprint in here as a rare and super rare. Abyss Dweller got a rare reprint. Tornado Dragon got a rare super. Time Thief Redoer is in here as well. I personally think having the rank 4s have their core reprints in here was a good idea, considering the fact of, you know, this deck wants to toolbox and go through those major option chains. These are all going to be good. Time Thief Redoer, not so much. Ragna Zero was also a cute little tech choice. I haven't seen anybody exploring it, but it's here. Now, I also have to be the other bearer of bad news here. Malice. This deck is also not going to be cheap. As much as you're not going to like this, yeah. So we had White Rabbit as an ultra rare, which is very, very painful because you need 3 of it. Good news is the Chessie Cat is a super rare, which is fine. Dormouse is a super rare and a collector's rare. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm actually surprised that Dormouse did not get an ultra slot, but to be fair, I mean, when you needed to, you know, milk Ryzel for all that they're worth, then you don't really have much of an option. Like, you're like, hey, you know, this is what we have to do. Yeah. Red Ransom also, same thing. Super rare, collector's rare. And same thing out here with the white binder. The fact that we have these one-of extra deck cards that are available in super rare with the higher rarity, there are going to be a lot more people that are going to be a lot more enticed to pick up that one-of higher rarity card to play in their extra deck, which I think is going to be the call, actually. If you can get those extra deck cards for relatively cheap prices, or if you pull one, you just get to slot them on in and do your thing. The Hearts of Cryptor is an ultra rare and a 25th. You already know everybody's going to want to go after the 25th because it is just the better looking version of it. No complaints there. Malice and Underground is an ultra and a collector's rare. Oh boy, this is just straight bad news for people. Like, I actually feel bad for people wanting to build Malice after seeing that price tag that's going to be associated with the 3 of that, because searchable field spell, yeah, that can't be broken. MTP 07. I'm intrigued that they chose to make this an ultra rare. And of course, it's also a collector's rare here. So evidently, I guess, sure. I'm really surprised they chose not to do Dormouse, but that does shave off some money. GWC and TB11 both getting the higher rarity treatments for the rare and the super rares. And then we have what? Dot Scraper, Aloof Lupine, Zeroboros, Allure, Signet Backdoor, Dimensional Fissure, all getting some littler slots. And then we do see Ryuji starting off down here in the super slots. Not the worst down here. Shifting on back here. More Ryuji supers. At least the core of the Ryuji deck is looking very, very cheap, except for Sosei Mistva is going to be an ultra rare. Now, before you're like, oh my gosh, like, you can get Ryuji cores all day long for nothing on pre-order. I've already seen Kong sign them up for $40. If you are somebody wanting to play the dinosaur stuff, this is going to be fine. Like, you get that ability to have this core, and to the dinosaur players, I mean, you don't have to spend real money on this set. Like, if you want to test out the combination hybrid build, you're not going to have to spend money on that. Like, they did you a decent favor with making only, oh no, the one Ryuji card is an ultra rare. Yeah, it's going to be the worst ultra in the set, probably next to the other trap card to pull. I think this is fine. Affordability does in fact exist in this set, contrary to what you might think. Also, what is Ryuji Rising, Warzone, the Domain, the Sea Spires, and the Worm, everything in the Ryuji deck, just as his truck is revving up outside out here, is all cheap, all affordable, and that's fine. You're fine here. Senju Pathfinder, I'm happy that Planet Pathfinder finally has a super rare, man. Like, that's so, I'm gonna clap for it. I'm really happy about that, actually. I think that is probably the nicest thing available in this set. And then, of course, we do have the Super Robot, the World Gears getting a reprint. Stick Chair also doing fantastic things. That's the sound of me combining my Stick Chair together to overlay into the good card. And then we have Ouroboros, Exciton Knight, and then, of course, Bomber Dragon, Trigate. And then, of course, the 10E cards had to get reprinted in here, I guess. You guys hear that, right? That's the sound of that 10E support coming in the upcoming set out here. All right, once that 10E support touches down, I think we're going to see a fun time out here. Monk, Ashuna, Vishuda. We just skipped the water one, though. Poor water one. Poor Synthana. Didn't need it. And then, of course, you have some Code Talker stuff down here, which doesn't really matter all that much. But, I mean, ugh, what a set. And the last image here, we do have the Malice Q Cryptor of Hearts being confirmed as your first quarter century. We do know that I believe EX was also shown in another video. Dual Daddy did not have the chance to cover that, which I think looks very, very beautiful out here, just from the little angling that we could get. But this set, remember, it's just beginning. There's a lot of stuff to be seen with this. We'll have to wait and see how things go. But guys, tell me what you think about this set. Of course, leaving a comment down below will put a nice little smile on my face. I like reading those. And remember, discount code MCO40 over at Kong's and Gamer's Choice. Save you on your purchase today. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.